Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Happy Monday. What's up, everybody? How you doing out there today? Your boy, Coach Lee. Man, it's Monday. Amateur quarterback Monday. Loser Monday, some might want to call it. But hey, we back up in this bad boy, man. Welcome to the Play Call Sheet. We'll be talking about yesterday's activities, look at the Monday night game and so on, and just hanging out with you fellas, kicking it, man, sharing that knowledge with you. Before we can get it started, though, we got to bring the man coming from Ag Town, D Town, downtown. My man, the CEO, Lee Roy. What's up, man?
Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, I might have to just hire you for an intro, man. I'm telling you, the intros are getting fire and fire. But look, I do appreciate that. This is your dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the junior. Kicking it in live from the studios in Arlington, Texas. STWF Studios, man. The place where we make stars, and it's been popping lately, man. Y'all definitely got to tap in. Check us out on everything, man. STWF Studios, we popping. But just like we popping tonight, man, we got Monday Night Football. We got the play sheet on deck, and we definitely got to get our guy, too. Way out there from the home of the Boston Baked Bean, man. Let's get our guy, too, on the show.
What's going on, fellas, man? It is Monday. Hope everybody's getting to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Grind through the week. Fortunately, got to go through the sorrow of a loss, man. It's almost over, though, man. It's almost Tuesday.
So it's be hard after L, man.
It's always hard on Mondays after a loss, man. You know.
Facts. And I share, in y'all pain. Actually, if y'all check the group, I was the guy driving the bus to pick y'all asses up on the way to Loserville, man. It's like they say, it's your friends want to see friends do poorly. So, when y'all were losing, just know this guy was like, so, hey, but it's all love, bro. It's all love.
Hey, you turn into a drop machine now, man.
Hey, man, that's how we do it at STWF Studios, man. I'm telling you, don't know what's out. But, yes. So, everyone that's tapped in, y'all see we got the studio is dressed up for Halloween, man. So, y'all also, if y'all got some podcasts, y'all want some pictures, we got selfie booths. We got photography backdrops. We also got an in-house photographer and video editor. So, yeah, man, got a lot of stuff popping.
On and popping.
Glad to see your face today, too. You don't got the hoodie on. You don't look like the guy trying to, stick me up, at the red light. So appreciate that.
Well, yeah, fortunately, we robbed at the light last night. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta wait to get some more goods. So, no big hoodies tonight, man.
Facts. So before we get it started, man, I see shots are already being fired. Eagles, we gonna get y'all suckers. Oh, okay.
That was me. I posted that. I posted that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, good job.
All right, I can dig it. So we got our guy Jake tapped in, man, from the Fantasy Football Insight Show. So he says, my Winnipeg Jets going against Tuquan's Dallas Stars. Go, Jets, go.
No. I'm not a Dallas Star fan, and this is not an NHL show. But to let everybody know, I am a New Jersey Devils fan.
Oh, you put that out there. Hey, well, I am a Dallas Stars fan.
Let's go, Stars.
Let's go. Let's go. It's 2 Dallas teams I root for. Dallas Stars. Well, 3. Dallas Stars, Dallas Renegades, and the Dallas Mavs. So
Fair enough. Undercover Cowboys, but we're not even talking about it out loud.
So I thought you were gonna say the Cowboys too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, think about it. That's because he knows people looking.
Buck stops there, man. I plays no games about liking the Cowboys. It is beef. It's been beef. It's gone beef, and it is beef.
In the streets,
no doubts, man. No doubts, man. So we got Jake up in here again. You're all Dallas. Everything, come on. Marchman was hell of a pickup for the Stars. Good luck tonight. Yeah. We I think we this is our third game of the season for us, I believe.
Hey man, it's been all football. I can't even lie. But hey, Jake, we starting up a fantasy hockey league. So if you enter into that, definitely drop a note in the chat, let us know. But yeah, we're starting a fantasy NHL hockey league. I can't even say that right. It doesn't even sound like a match. But yeah, some other guys have been talking about it. They reached out. So we're gonna try to see what happens.
Man, y'all have fun, but that sounds like work. I'm dreading this basketball one.
Basketball, baseball, hockey, all that. Every day.
Too much maintenance.
But hey, that's what we do it for. We do it for the fans. Shout out to Brandon and New Life out there in Shreveport, man. This is what we do it for. We do it for, a safe space to get away. You know what I'm saying? Definitely it's for everyone, but definitely for guys. Iron sharpens iron, because we go through a lot through, a day, and I need a place where I can cuss out and beat my chest and talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's a safe space, but that's what we do. We do it for the camaraderie and relationship building. So that's all.
Straight facts.
It's for the great.
Well, man, it's the play call sheet, episode 2. We hanging out, man. We're doing our thing. And right now we got Monday Night Football had just started. And we have the Chargers versus the Denver Broncos in my Homer Simpson voice.
Hey, for those who's going to see who's going to hear this on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, y'all definitely got to tune in our live to see, because y'all missed the facial expression on that. Man, that was great. But oh man, let's get Will. He's tapped in. Let's get him on. Appreciate you.
Salute, fam.
He in the building. Appreciate you in the building, man.
But man, so I know, was it like the first 6 weeks, I believe, the Broncos have been on like 4 primetime games?
Yeah, 4 out of the 6 weeks they've been on primetime. I'm sick and tired of seeing them play.
I need to flex them, man. I'm tired of seeing them play.
They need to start flexing early, for real, man. Well, they're actually up 3-0 on the Chargers halfway through the first quarter. So that's a good sign so far. It's in terms of winning, but in terms of the points, but it's Monday night.
That sounds like a hater stat. Like how y'all count how many times they were on primetime?
Nah,
I didn't even know that. That's a good stat though, but I just got to kick y'all cage.
Nah, the world's giving us the stat sheet. You know what I'm saying that they play. They're playing too much. But hey, the NFL generates their schedule before the season starts. And this is what we get.
They thought Russ was gonna be cooking.
And that's what that's what the play sheet is. That's what we're going to be doing on Monday night. On the play sheet. We're gonna bring the stats. We're gonna bring the hot opinion, and we're gonna bring the heat. So talking about bringing the heat, Russ is cooking some Grizzlies again.
How we doing, man?
5 for 5 so far. You know what I'm saying? He's cooking perfect percentage right now. But I don't know if he's gonna burn. Or it's gonna be steady good, So
wait, hold on, you guys got to hit refresh or something, because I could have sworn I seen him throw a pass to Sutton that went out of bounds.
Says he went 5 for 5. He's 5 for 5 according to the stat sheet. Maybe they're lying.
Hey, you're like, hold on, it's not me, bro. It's not me.
It's not me, man. And all, man, this game predictions. Any input, coming into the game, what do you guys think of this Monday night matchup?
Well, it's a divisional game, so it's going to be tight. both teams have actually split in the meters with one another, but the Chargers won the last one 34-13, I believe.
Oh,
So
wow.
different year, but you have to say, recently Denver has kind of done their thing. But to be honest, tonight's game, we don't know what's going on with Herbert. Is there real things still going on? You say Russ 5 for 5. He took the cortisone shot last week. Has a shoulder bothering him. This is almost like an infirmary game.
It's funny because they did say how he said he was Justin Herbert said he was feeling better this week than 4 weeks ago. So it looks like he's feeling better because I picked up Chase Daniels in expectations that he couldn't go. And with the fact that just to see him out there, and last time, to your point, they came back and mollywopped those guys. Justin Herbert, he actually broke a record. So I think that, he feels confident that he could actually beat those guys. So,
he's definitely going to be the face of the franchise. I mean, of the league here soon.
Man, you think, you think it's too soon for that or what?
No, so I can't remember what player it was, but somebody said it's all about the eye test. You can usually tell if a guy has it or not. That's why when somebody does, if they had it and they lose it all of a sudden, that's why everybody's blown away about it, because they've always passed the eye test. And this kid, from the time he came in, just his poise in the pocket, the confidence throwing the ball downfield, going through his progressions and everything like that, he looked like he was ready. He didn't look like, as a rookie, he didn't look shook. That's why he came in with high expectations. Everybody saw them as being challengers, to the Chiefs and the Bills. I think they can still get to that level, but they got to get healthy.
Yeah. Great point. I mean, because, like you said, he showed the poise, and, once he got his time to get in the game, he did his thing. He wasn't afraid, but, a lot of things is, once you check off all the athletic, all the, physical attributes, what's the intangibles? Can you play hurt? Just like, during the interview he said earlier before the game, which impressed me. He was like, hey, at this day, at this, point in the league, in a season, all the guys in the locker room are playing injured. So it's nothing new. So he was taking, he was taking the spotlight off of him and also bringing his guys with him as well. It was like, hey, we're all playing injured. It's not just me. You know what I'm saying? So now he's showing a leadership ability to bring his team with him and, galvanize the team. So, that's one thing that I've seen. And then the ability for him to get out there and play injured. Man, I am a Justin Herbert fan after this.
Well, you better go to Justin Herbert and tell him to score a touchdown right now, because Russell Wilson is cooking right now. 10 for 10, 110, and it's threw a touchdown to Great Dutch for a touchdown. Before that, a 30-yard reception to Judy. So, Russ is hearing us tonight. Justin Herbert 3 for 8. But the question is, they don't trust Chase Daniel, because I feel like with the injury, you would have went to him. They got too much in this kid early and put too much on this kid's plate. Now, he's not the reason for the injuries that they have. These are injuries that have been bothering guys on this team. Missy Keenan Allen makes the game a lot more easier. Now you kind of try to stretch the field with a rib injury with Mike Williams and Palmer and the rest of those guys. You need that short game. Eckler can't be your only short gamer. And if they gotta deal with that, it's gonna be a long season for the Chargers, especially if Herbert's not healthy. On the other side, Broncos just looks new scene for Russell Wilson. This is a new team for Denver. Last year, Denver was in the trash. They won a few games that were competitive, but for the most part, they were trash. Dealing with a QB issue. Now they got a QB that in the last 10 years they haven't had. We're not going to count Peyton Manning. We know his scripture. We know what he did.
They haven't had they're having a good one since them. You're right. Finish.
So it's like they have a structured team now, but they don't know how to treat it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got the walk, but didn't have to crawl. This is their crawling session right now. If they can get through it, 500, win tonight, they can try to adjust. They have a great defense. The offense is a little banged up, you know, but they still have playmakers to make up for it. You know what I'm saying? Run the football. You have effective running backs. Use Boone, use Gordon, use those guys. You know, and then those guys over the top will make it a lot more easier. Russ is just doing a little bit too much. The organization has them doing a little bit too much. And they're too over themselves right now when they were a mediocre team last year. Got to pump the brakes.
That's true. And it's interesting that you had mentioned about their defense. Their defense, in fact, they're ranked third in yards allowed at 289 a game and the top for fourth in points allowed at 16. However, they are facing against the Chargers team, who themselves can put up big numbers on the offensive end. They rank fifth in total offense at 390 yards a game and ninth in scoring at 24.4 points a game. So some got to give, and maybe at the end of the night, it's going to either be they're going to be 3-3, or somebody going to be 2-4, or somebody going to be 4-2. But or it can be knowing them in the West. It could be a tie.
that is true. That is true.
Sure can be a tie, man. And Russell's over under for yards was 199 and a half. He's
already got what?
116 right now. So everybody betting on the demise. You know, you better have took that over 199 because Russ said, even if I lose this game, I got y'all betters. The game's not over yet. It's early. It's early.
Thank you. I was waiting to see that, man. Like, come on now. Let's stop pulling that low hanging fruit because we are what the numbers say. I mean, it is what the numbers say they are. I mean, at the end of the day, we can expect for Russ to start sizzling, man. He might cook this time, but next time he's on simmer. So we just expect him that. And I want to throw this out. Right, exactly, bro. Exactly. So, last year, of course, just swapping these out. Last year, Chargers had Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams. Do they have these same guys tonight?
Yes.
Same guys playing tonight. Last year, the players of the game leaders were Drew freaking Lock. Who would have thought that? Melvin Gordon and Noah Fant.
Only one person's there, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Noah Fant, he's in Seattle. Drew Lock, what? He's in Seattle.
Yep.
Melvin Gordon is the only one there, and he's struggling for a job.
Yeah, he's a fumble machine. He reminds me of T.K. Barber.
Right. Exactly. All right, we got somebody else tapped in with it. Let's get him up here. So we got Trey Sparks. What's that, partner? What's that?
What's happening? Yes, sir.
Hold on with you.
All right, so we got some great points, man. So, we got some great points. Y'all actually got me on a, I came in thinking the Chargers, but you made some good points there, too. So, Coach Lee, I'm going to ask you, who do you think? Who you got for tonight?
Man, I'm biased, man. He started off the season bad. I've always Russ my favorite quarterback in the league. So I got to go with the Broncos, man.
Okay. My pick wasn't Broncos. My pick was not Broncos. My pick was Chargers. You know what I'm saying? I would have went on and said the Chargers, but the Broncos does fall. You know what I'm saying? Pitting a little stick to them.
You saying the Broncos?
Yeah, the Broncos. I'm going with Chargers still. I'm going with the Chargers. I don't believe the early hype. I believe in Russ. I think Herbert was turning around. Herbert's struggling early.
Palmer's going off right. Just caught a touchdown. Justin Herbert's looking very poised, like we said earlier. And shout out to Will. He said Herbert's a purebred passer like Marino.
Maybe that's part. That's the part that that it excites me about him. Is he does look like they're like you could take Marino and put him in any era and he's gonna thrive.
Yes.
He probably throw for damn near 7,000 yards he's playing right now.
Man, easy. This is a pass friendly. They got freaking receivers that's catching with fingers, bro. Yes, Marino would probably have 10,000 yards.
He said, Trey says, all I got is two things to say: let Russ cook and let's ride. That was very odd last week.
What homie call him? What do you call him? A square?
Yeah. Hey, he can't help it, man. Everyone's got a little nerd in him.
He's still talking about Russell Wilson, man. It's crazy.
So
I'm still going with the Chargers. But what do you got?
Chargers? You go to Chargers?
Yeah.
Too? Okay. Man, What do you think is going to be the main deciding factor? Why do you think the
Quarterbacks.
Chargers can cover? Quarterback. Okay.
Quarterback.
So
Justin Herbert beat him last year.
okay. So quarterback play as a whole, or are the complementary pieces with him?
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're playing chess, you got to beat the person playing. If you think you come with a strategy, you can only beat certain people. So I'm saying that to say the person that had the ball the most is the quarterback. And at the end of the day, it's the expectations on the quarterback to win the game. So I think, just like last year, that Drew Lock was not a better quarterback than Justin Herbert. And I hate to say it right now, Russell Wilson has the ability to be a better quarterback, but he's not playing right now currently as a better quarterback than Justin Herbert. So Justin Herbert will beat Russell Wilson, period.
Okay.
But at the same time, we got to say this too. And I mean, I picked the Chargers, but what you just said, Russell's coming to a game struggling. Herbert's coming into the game, we'll say, trying to get back on the ship. This is the type of game that Russell in his career is kind of fed for, playing the QB who people say are better than him and kind of winning that battle. So this is kind of a good battle tonight. See the both guys, both over there. Justin, what people stack him to be, Russ in his career. So it'll be a good matchup. I mean, I think they duke it out. Good division matchup. And the Chargers should win. They should.
Oh, you saying that a little shaky.
They should win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he left the back door open a little bit.
Nah, no back door.
Yeah,
No back door. There's no back door.
Yeah.
The only back door that's open is that the game's going on right now. But I would have picked Chargers all day. There would have been no change.
So, before we take a break, I'm gonna throw this quick caveat in. So, just like I say, I'm not a stats guy, but I'm a true numbers guy. So Russell Wilson is 10-4 on Monday Night Football.
Hey, I mean, they got a sample test. That's all I can say, man. It's like a sample test, fam.
Facts. So, all right.
2?
Yeah. Y'all
Let's do this,
back in here, man. About 15, 20, man. We got a bunch of more football chatter to talk about, man. So grab a drink and be back with us.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
And we're back at it like we're mad at it. Man, that was a good first segment, fellas.
Facts. I don't know what I like more. What we talked about, or two sending us to break, man. I was like,
we had to throw him the audible, and he delivered. He came in.
Hold on, through this no-look pass. I said,
hey, I had no idea what was going on, so I'm just sitting there like, oh, okay, yeah, nice.
Feeling that.
Oh man!
All right. So we got Chris. Go Jets. Hey,
hell yeah, go Jets! God dog.
Check my that must be Chris. Hey, check my tape, man. I keep calling shots. All I do is win. Hey, I said last year, check the Jets. I told you. Everybody was laughing at me. Oh, Uncle Leroy with the Jets. Yeah. But okay.
Man, the sports world knows crazy when you got the whole state of New York, rooting as both of their teams are playing pretty well right now. The Giants and the Jets, the phones are ringing again. They can wake up on Monday morning, go to Times Square and be happy again. No miserable days, man. I mean, Madison Square is about to open up. They about to throw you some misery. But for the meantime, the Giants and the Jets are holding it down.
Well, see, I'm gonna be the black cloud. So I mean, right now, go figure all those sports teams are winning when crime is up, immigration is up, inflation is up. But that's gonna be on the Wednesday show, the OTFBS. Y'all make sure y'all tune in.
You're actually right. You're actually right now. But then it all falls down in New York. The stock market falls, and they all look at that big old screen.
Man, y'all on fire today, man. Y'all on fire. Can we get a reggaeton horn, man?
Hey. Crash the water.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, segment 2, we're gonna look at the news of the day. We got a couple of interesting stories here, so we're gonna let you check out this first one. This one involves a Philadelphia Eagle fan. He got it's a bucket list moment. Did y'all see that?
No, I'm like, hold on.
Y'all didn't see that?
Yes, I did. I seen that. I seen somebody ran in, but I didn't see that. I didn't see the car. I was wondering what the hell that was on my TV screen.
He's a fan. He snuck down in the tunnel and he ran out with the team to start the game.
Oh, that's freaking greatness, bro. That's great.
And look at it. Nobody harmed him. Nobody harmed him.
They let him have his moment.
His moment. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles won. That was better than I don't know if y'all seen Meek Mill perform, but Meek Mill performed at the game last night and he stepped on the cheerleader.
Oh man, he looked loaded too. Hey, that's funny, man. And so like I said, we got a couple of them here. As far as the news of the day, let me share this next with you. This is Unc. He's a self-proclaimed petty master like himself.
Oh, thank you.
This is from DeAndre Hopkins. Houston will be parting ways with Easterby. He's an executive with them after hiring him back in 2019. D-Hop's response: laughing emoji. He let him know how you feel about it, man. He's
enjoying his last few days of this tweeting and being out of the world, because next week DeAndre Hopkins will be on the football field attempting to catch Kyler Murray's passes, which he will do good at, but we don't know how good the Cardinals will be.
But I'm gonna tell you what's funny, because ironically, it's crazy because Brown, he's hurt.
Yes.
So that makes a great entrance for Hopkins to come in there and do his thing. But what would be freaking crazy is if Hopkins, his first game back, he does horrible, and now the executive gets to troll him. That would be great.
That would be crazy.
That would be funny. That would be the Texans. The Texans Twitter feed would be rolling and going crazy.
They'd be on his head, man. And so you interesting. You said Brown just went down. A third. I want to do this in the trifecta. The third one is with Brown going down. You got my man Robbie Anderson got traded after his blow up he had with the interim coach on the sideline during the game yesterday.
Yes, he shouted at one of the coordinators, and then Mr. Wilkes, head coach the Panthers, basically said, "Boot that man out the game. He ain't playing no more." And the next morning, they said, that night they probably said, "Man, pack your bags, man. You out.
You out of here, man."
So he's basically got into a better situation.
Hey, yeah, he came up.
We're just sick and tired of your stuff. Like, just go. We know what bad Robbie. Like, Robbie's complaint is, we're bad. Yes, Robbie, you play on this team. You're the reason why we're bad too.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, hey, that's a blessing for him. You know what I'm saying? You get there now, Brown's out. Now you go in with the young pieces that they have. You're a veteran, so you're definitely going to see some tick. So, good solid pickup.
Now, he got traded for a 2024 6th-round draft pick and a 2025 7th-round draft pick. So, they got him for, a bag of chips and some Kool-Aid.
Absolutely.
But, Robbie Anderson is no stranger to the police. So he's bringing drama with him. So
and that's
back
why
in,
he's traded.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So back in 2018, he was arrested And during his arrest, Robbie Anderson threatened to sexually assault his wife and said he will nut in her eye. Yeah, he told the cop, "I'm going to fuck your wife and nut in her eye."
He's crazy.
So I mean, this is him
Woo,
making.
I hate to get on camera there for me. My bad, man.
Oh wait, he was like, "Hey, I want no part of this." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "I don't know what those guys talking about. I don't even know those guys."
Somebody said, "What a statement to come into." Y'all be talking about me. What?
Hey,
oh man.
Hey, that's way. If you're gonna make an entry, you gotta kick in the goddamn door, man. So look, we talk about it. But yeah, I mean, Robbie Anderson, he's shown on that level on multiple times that he has no why?
Hold on, Brett. We just apologize, but we hate him.
Hold on, wait, she got an intro. Oh, wait, wrong one. Well, I said she got an intro. Wrong one. There you go.
It's Brittany, bitch.
In the building. Shout out to Brittany and the Bitches Bark podcast, man. They on a what we call a 2-week hiatus, so y'all definitely go check them out. They got some big things popping in the bully world. October 29th in Dallas Marketplace, they got a bully show, man. So definitely y'all tap in. Y'all go support them. Y'all check them out. Bitches Bark podcast on IG. The I is swapped with the number 1. So y'all go definitely check them out. Big things popping.
No doubt. So out of those 3, which we got fan running on with the team, D-Hop and his clapback, and Robert Anderson getting traded. You had to pick one of those 3. Which one would you say shocked you the most? Other than the comment about Robbie Anderson.
Wait, clear it out the shocker, bro. That's what I'm telling you. You were ready for that one. I was like, oh, hey, shit.
Actually, the fan. It's actually the fan going out there.
That's a false move, man.
You got a hype, hostile game already in Philly.
Nationally televised.
Part of that. And you get to be part of that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't hear that anything's going to happen to him. So you get to live free the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better get some followers. Make your followers up, man.
Hey, I'm definitely going to look my finish. What you saying, Jerry Jones?
On the part of Jerry Jones, man. Jerry Jones was heckling the fans last night in Philly.
He has a blast when he'll go up there. Yeah, he said he enjoys it every time he goes to Philly.
Oh wow. I guess he goes by the Amish people up there, but hey, who am I to judge? But hey, I definitely got to second that with you two, that the freaking fan, like, that's freaking ballsy. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, there's some shit in the culture that we don't do. You know what I'm saying? Riding with running a red light is something I won't do. Riding, I might flick the police off, but doing that shit, man, hell no. And then he didn't get beat. That is the craziest thing to me. I would expect him to have gotten beat. This guy got escorted out because that is unfair. So to those that don't know, Jerry Jones, in Jerry's world, there is a holding jail in there, and they will put your ass in there. Why this guy did not find that NFL same jail in the in the Eagle Stadium? But hey, going on around,
gave him a boost. That's when they came out.
Man, he didn't come out there last night. They would have lost.
But what's crazy is that's been going on lately in the NFL. Like, what's been happening with the guy with the the gender reveal spray, and he been doing on the field? Is that the same guy?
Nah, not the same guy. I think that guy that did that was kind of young. You talking about the one that got planted by Warner?
But I thought that I seen multiple weeks where guy was running to being escorted off the field because he had the little pink it's a girl, whatever that spray, whatever that.
Rams. The 49 Rams when the guy was running around with the gender reveal thing.
Yeah, I'm like, man, these guys just
and Wagner tackled his behind.
See, and you know what? And these are the type of guys you need to have as friends. You be like, bro, I bet you won't go in there and tell that lady this. They're gonna go do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you need, cause hey, I ain't that guy. You know what I'm saying? There's only a few things I do, and you know, you need friends like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that is great. Yeah, you know what? He go out with me and we have drinks. He would get arrested because I'd be like, bro, I bet you won't slap that lady. And he goes,
Watch me.
yeah.
Oh,
Right
I
in front
don't
of
even
an
say
old
nothing.
man.
Just go over there and do
Right
it.
in front of an old man. That's what I'm saying. I'll be like, shh.
Those people are
Right,
dangerous, man. They live life on the edge.
Hey, yo,
okay.
What's up, Anthony?
crap. Don't be coming in here tonight with the crap, yo. We good over here. We good over here. You know what I'm saying? The time's over. We're playing with house money. Now, you know what I'm saying? Our money's on the board now, and we're going to make some more cash. You know how it goes.
Rush hour? So, hey, so we got, and he comes in the, he comes in the building. Like I said, we got to come in the building, kick the door. And he says, hey, Cowboy fans, what's up? So clearly that's y'all two.
Oh yeah. I'm here the next day. Still repping, baby. Still repping.
Yeah, you one of the realest. Yeah, like a Saints fan. Hey, we talk shit until the last second, and we lose, and it's like, yeah, we're going to the next bowl.
Well, we're going to go ahead and we're not going to break. We're going to roll right into the next part, gentlemen. Because we're already talking about teams. We're talking about stuff going on. So let's go ahead and look at the best division and the worst division. Got one game left tonight. Going into last week, it was the NFC East, NFC Beast right now.
Oh my gosh.
They were handling business. So based on what you've seen recently, we have Buffalo at 5-1. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're going so everybody can be on top of this, because that's what we do around here. We engage with everybody that's hanging out with us.
Facts.
So we got Buffalo sitting there at 5-1. The Jets, surprisingly, the Jets at 4-2 after they kicked Green Bay's ass yesterday. But we got the AFC North, two teams at 3-4 to lead the division. Damn, the South got a 3-2 and a 3-2. Okay. Kansas City at 4-2. Chargers second at 3-2. So that's your AFC. Then over here you got the NFC. Philadelphia still. They haven't lost a game yet, and they still rolling out and looking at their schedule. I don't know when they're going to lose a game again. Not until they come here Christmas Eve. Then you got New York at 5-1. Then you got Minnesota at 5-1. So far, just looking at this, obviously, we got a couple of claims to fame. But who would you say is the best division right now?
AFC East, and I've been saying it the last 3 weeks, and I could have gave credit to the NFC East because they've been the most dominant. The AFC East is on fire right now. You got the unbelievable Patriots with a third-string QB pitting in business. You got the Jets, and Robert Saleh said people gonna want to join the wagon. And the last few weeks he ain't been lying. Miami started hot, but because they don't got that lefty, they've lost their last 3 games. And he comes back this week, so we're trying to see what type of energy he brings and everything that comes with that, the injury and all that. And then you got Buffalo, the creme of the AFC. I can finally say that. Josh Allen and the Bills won the game against the Chiefs. So I'm going to go AFC East as the best division in football going into week 7.
That's the unbiased sports opinion. Love it, man.
I just, that's like how you say, that's when you stack the deck. Like, sometimes where, you're playing dominoes and like, hey, no matter what these guys play, I got domino. You know what I'm saying? So he being the guy, like, he knows that I'm going to have to come behind and say the NFC East. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's trying to be modest and say something else, but he's like, okay, I'm going to let you say it. That's like something I do. I do the same thing, but because the NFC South is one of the worst freaking divisions. But, I mean, I got to, give due where it's due. And, you know what I'm saying? With the Eagles being the only undefeated team in the freaking NFL. And then right under that, you got the Giants at 5-1. And there's teams that their division leaders are 5-1. Right. So I definitely got to give it to the NFC East. And, it's been playing lights out football. It's been really good to see, those teams play, with the exception, even the Washington, what the fucks? I mean, no, I'm lying. They're terrible.
Now, this is a valid point. Now that Winston's out for 6 weeks, it just got better because I think Heineke is going to fare better than Winston.
Yeah.
Man, don't let the Tyler Heineke stuff.
What's that word? Familiarity? I can never say that right, but he knows those guys. They know those guys. So yeah.
Hey, it's been a year to back up. Be real. It's been a year to back up somewhat so far for the teams that needed them. So you kept Pickett yesterday got to win. Pickett got to win yesterday against the Buccaneers. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's been a year to back up.
It cost him his freaking season. Some weeks he got hurt.
You got a valid point.
I love concussion.
Because looking at at a glance, the AFC East, Jets, Miami, and New England have all used backups. In the AFC North, you got Cleveland and Pittsburgh have gone through backups. And I think the South has all been intact.
Oh no, the Tennessee started their backup, but they was getting blown out though. But they don't really count.
Okay. Then in the West, I think they've been intact in the AFC West. But then you come over here to NFC East. You're obviously Dallas, now Washington. They're on backups. Green Bay may be looking at that, looking how Aaron is looking out there. It is what it is, though. Oh yeah, I'm petty today. Hey,
I see that.
I saw the comments. I'm petty today. But yeah, it definitely does look like the year of the backups out there. And Coach, I always say you gotta be ready at a moment's notice. Whenever they call your number, you gotta be ready.
Facts.
So, real quick, it's another story time with Coach moment. So, one of my roommates in college, I ain't gonna say his name, but he probably gonna know what it is when he sees this episode. But the whole notion of Coach said you always gotta stay ready. He was highly recruited coming out of high school. He went and played at BYU. His freshman year at BYU, I think it's getting pretty close to the end of the season for them, and they got a game against Penn State. And he ain't played all year, didn't expect to play. They getting smashed at halftime. He comes out, Coach yells his number.
Oh, shit.
He had a feeling, I think another position coach gave me insight that he may be playing. He left his helmet in the locker room. Search the board, and I don't blame him. You ain't played all year. It's gonna be a red shirt year. You want to waste it on the game where y'all losing? Yeah. So, shout out to my boy. You know who you are, man.
You have the helmet next to him, but damn, you left the helmet in the locker room.
Left it in the locker room, man.
That's funny.
He's aiming to get me.
Bump that right, like shit.
Bet you never left it again.
Nah, he didn't. He went on to have a pretty good career with the Javelinas, baby. But I digress.
Wow.
But hey man, it's time for our second break of the night. If y'all, those who just coming in with us, you are hanging out with us on the Play Call Sheet, episode dose. And we're gonna take our break, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna look at the NFL power rankings. So hold on to your butts. Be right back by 15:20.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Breaux here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
And we back.
Like that. Before we start, we gotta give a shout out to D Bro, man. So he's out there in Canada doing big shit for the British Columbia, BC Bears. So recently he posted to the Saints fans, hey, we gotta have faith, we gotta have faith through the whole season. And yeah. I was like, damn, bro, you feel we look that bad that you gotta give us some false hope, some encouragement.
Y'all up from afar.
Right. I said, damn. I was like, look, man, my bag at, man. I'm about to go get my bag. But nah, just had to definitely throw that out. Definitely shout out to D, bro, man. He's always doing good things. He partnered up with us and helped us out and did one of the homeless give backs in New Orleans. So definitely always good vibes with D, bro, man. Y'all check him out.
Yes,
So his book is on Amazon, and Barnes and Noble. So y'all check out his book, Unbroken.
Definitely. So NFL power rankings. So this one, obviously, we already know what number one is, but we're gonna make our progression up to that. Just off the top of your head, just for what they call it, shits and giggles.
All right.
Who you say is the 32nd ranked team right now?
Washington.
Okay. Who'd you say too?
I say the Saints.
Wow. It's not the Saints.
I'll probably say either Carolina or the Texans.
Oh, sorry. Hey, yeah, just I was cussing. I wasn't ready for that.
So, actually, at 1-5, it's the Carolina Panthers.
I knew them bastards. They would be in our group. You know what I'm saying? They would be in our conference. I tried to push that train. I'm trying to push it to y'all.
But here's the interesting part about this. So this was actually done after last night's game. One of the write-ups on here says Robbie Anderson could probably be had for a 6-round pick, but I doubt anyone wants him after Sunday's sideline outburst.
Wow, and guess what? He went for more than that.
Hey, if you got talent, they'll overlook it. You know,
Hold on. One for the headache, and 2 for the stress.
And 1 for the aim and ability to hit his target. I'm sorry.
Which makes that first comment in 2018 real.
Hold on. And then the last quote of this, oh my God. What? Matt Rule's Panther plan? Hoodwink David Tepper and derail Carolina?
Yep.
More like no. Y'all hired this coach. Y'all derailed yourselves.
Yep.
And Matt Rule's sitting in money. I'll go back to college soon. So, yeah, y'all did the wrong thing.
And this is sad. This lets you know how bad it is. At number 31, with a record of 1-3-1, it's the Houston Texans. The Texans won while they was on their bye because the Browns lost to the Patriots.
Yeah, but you wasn't fun with that, bro. Like you're like, I heard a conviction when you said it had 1, 3, and 1, and they won on their day off.
Now they did win because keep in mind, from the Deshaun Watson trade, they got Cleveland's first round draft pick for next year. So they can have 2 picks in the top 10.
Texas might be the best in the South next year.
Say again.
Texas might be the best in the South next year.
They might. Hey, look at what the Jets did. They got a bunch of draft picks. They balling now. So draft picks are capital these days.
Yeah, draft picks are capital these days, man. For some teams, man, you just got to bring in the right inserts to coach them up.
That part. They having systematic issues, so I don't know.
Yeah, man, I think my man Lovey gonna be the scapegoat down there.
Yeah.
Chicago, do y'all miss Lovey yet? And coming in with a record of 1-4, number 30, the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, it was all good just 2 weeks ago. It was all good, dog. Hey, shout out to everybody because a lot of people, thought this was the time for the Lions to go hip hip hooray. And guess what?
The Lions are the Lions.
Yeah,
That's not the line from the Wizard of Oz.
I'll be damned. That you better throw at least 2 or 3 against these guys on Sunday.
I was waiting for you to address the elephant in the room because we
got the Lions this week. So
yeah.
keep them. They gonna go to 32 on the list. You know what I'm saying? After next
Hey,
week.
he might come back, and he been sitting on that sideline watching his job. Damn,
This might be the that game.
It might be the dad game this week. At 2 and 4, number 29, as Unc calls them, the Washington what the fucks.
That shit really sounds funny, isn't it? That was funny. But yeah, that was expected. They're in shambles.
Now, here's what's crazy about this though. So obviously Carson Wentz hurt his finger. He's fractured, so he can miss up to 6 weeks. But that's good because if he plays 70% of the snaps this year, they have to send the Colts a second-round pick.
Oh wow, I didn't even know about that.
If not, it's going to be a third round if he comes under that. So the Colts are probably like, you need to go see a specialist. Because that second-round pick might be a hot pick.
Yeah, and just going off of his history, Carson Wentz has a history of getting hurt and a team going to the Super Bowl.
That is true.
It's reach, but I mean, hey.
Addition by subtraction.
Good thing for him. It won't be this team.
Come at 2, another team at 2 and 4, at number 28, the Chicago Bears. And man, that game was brutal to watch Thursday night. But it was more so because Justin Fields, I was always hard on Justin Fields. I didn't think he was able to see the field. I was questioning his pocket presence. He's quick to run, and his ability to progress through his reads. But after watching that game, man, that dude's confidence is shook. I saw more linemen picking him up off the ground than actually blocking for him. And that's a shame.
They might have just been roaring him out of Chicago. They might have been roaring him out of Chicago, man. They might have just been, they're trying to boot this man out the league, man. And it's sad to see. But at the same time, they have some little funny in this. Here's an Ohio State quarterback.
It's candidate track record.
He got a lot of hype coming in, We don't know how the Lions are going to turn it around for him. It didn't look good Thursday, like you said, Coach. And I don't see any good things coming soon.
That's a valid point, where you said that, he is from Ohio State. I think Ohio State has the same issues that most of the larger schools have. There's so much talent around them at every position that you really can't see how good of a quarterback they are. Just try to think of the last quarterback that came from other than Joe Burrow, that came from a big-time school that put up big-time numbers coming right into the league. Alabama, Hurts is probably the best quarterback they put out in a while, if ever. I think before that, the last decent quarterback they might have put out was who? Joe Namath?
All right.
It's
all I heard was Joe Burrow, so I'm a little biased on
at 2 and 4, at number 26, the Arizona Cardinals. Now this one is interesting because obviously they're getting Nuke back and just traded for Robbie Anderson. They're getting healthy on the offensive side of the ball, and they're getting people in there. But also, I saw a article today where Cliff Kingsbury is thinking about handing over the play calling duties to somebody else. That's a desperation move.
That means he's about to get fired.
Yep. They don't came to him and said, we might want to try something a little bit different. We're tired of looking at the same story.
Imagine getting an extension and getting fired in the same year.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's called a burn.
Ultimate burn. He's gonna get his money though. So let me ask you this.
Uh-oh.
Do you think in this situation, do you think it has more to do with the head coach / play caller or the signal caller as far as their deficiencies that they're having?
It falls on the head coach.
Okay. Fair enough.
Period. He's a guy, he's a guy calling the strings. He put that guy in place. So, it's on him. And he's been there for a while. Cliff Kingsbury he's been there for a while.
Yeah,
So-
I never understood how he got the job in the first place because he wasn't that good when he was at Tech.
Are we blaming? We can't. You know who we blame this on? We blame this on the QB.
Why you blaming it on the QB?
Blaming it on the QB. Blaming it on the QB right now. They are. It's the QB and the way he wants it to flow. You're not going to get Kyler in a situation where Kyler's gone because you just signed him to an extension and he's a player. It's easy to get rid of the coach. It's easy to down the coach and all that. And Cliff kind of has to. We all ask, how is he able to get a job this quickly in the NFL? Well, starting the show right now, and that spark is pretty much gone. And what we've seen in the first 6 weeks is Kyler Murray have to make stuff up and let him play his game where they tried to have him to read stuff to better manage this offense because the coach is not equipped enough to coach and make plays. So they're letting Kyler Murray just kind of free base by himself.
He said free base. But the thing is, bro, like it shows there's no continuity with the coach. Like we got to think about what happened in the offseason. There was issues with the contract. There was clauses about this guy having to study a certain amount of hours for his bag money. So that showed that there was lack of trust from the organization standpoint in the quarterback. So to your point, I think it's that Kyler Murray, his deficiencies is showing an error in a coach's deficiency because there's no way Kyler Murray should have gotten that bag, period. You know what I'm saying? I get that they're trying to, with the Dak Prescott, with the Russell Wilson move, that shook up these quarterbacks, but I don't see why Kyler Murray should have gotten that big bag and especially all of that guaranteed. So I think, you got a point there, but I think it points a finger at the deficiencies of the coach and then someone in the organization. What do you think about it, Coach Lee?
I think it definitely points towards. So here's the thing. You got to point at the coach because if anybody had insight to what type of player this guy was him. He coached him at A&M. He recruited him out of high school. So he kind of already knew what he was getting. Say again?
No, I said I forgot that. Good point. That he coached him in college.
Yeah. So he already knew what he was getting. So the fact that and this shows his inexperience as well, that they can just come in here with this gimmicky offense and they can just freelance and be successful. This is professional football. This is there's no class time studies. All they do is practice, watch film, and attend meetings. It's football all day long. That's their job. So shame on him. So I'll probably say I had to go against the coach because he knew what he was getting into. This move shows desperation. And like Tu said, he might be the first coach that we see get an extension and get fired in the same season. This is not looking very well.
Right.
That's crazy.
Kyler is highly overrated and overpaid. He's not a QB you'll win a Super with. That's facts. Right. I don't think so either. Because I don't think he's coachable. I just me from the outside looking in. I don't know anybody there. I don't have any insight. But just due to how he portrays himself during the interviews, how he's portrayed himself in college, how even some of the interviews he did in high school, he just seemed like he was always if he wasn't the best player on the field, he was one of the best players on the field. That's why he dominated through the high school ranks. He dominated when he was at OU. But guess what? You in the league now. Everybody you playing against was probably the best player on their team at some point in time. So you gotta elevate your game. It's not the same thing. So can he do that? I don't know, man. And I did see a funny meme today where they said that they about to be even worse than they are because a new Call of Duty is coming up. And we know what he's going to be.
That's funny because it is so truthful.
Baseball, man. Should have went to the MLB.
So let me know. So we got at number 25 the Cleveland Browns. That can all change with Deshaun Watson coming back, and I think he's allowed to be in the facilities now.
He's working out. Deshaun Cosby is working out. Another allegation just came out this week as well. So
Put the pills in the paper.
But yeah, he's in the facility, man. The living suspension is a month and over. So shout out to the Browns, man. I mean, but they played crappy QBs to start the season. They've lost to a lot of crappy QBs. So I mean, so far, what they should do is just make the Nick Chubb show until Watson comes back. But
that's true.
They're not following the directions.
But you got to think they're 2-4. They rank their defense is ranked 31st in yards per play allowed. And they played Joe Flacco, Mitch Trubisky, Bailey Zappi, and Baker Mayfield. Defense was look like their strong suit, not looking very good right there. So hopefully Deshaun can come out and help them. And that defense could be one of the situations that spend too much time on the field.
Ain't one thing in Cleveland, it's the other, man. If it ain't the offense, it's the defense. If it's the defense,
right.
It's Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield ain't there no more. He's no more the excuse. And I mean, sorry that Jacoby Brissett's playing for y'all, but if y'all really want to contend for a playoff spot, and I don't even know why I'm saying this, and them being right where they are, and even save something for Deshaun Watson when he comes back, that defense needs to improve. Like you said, they could improve. They should. On paper, they look good, but you got to produce on the field.
That's true. Number 24, the New Orleans Saints.
Exactly where they deserve to be at 24, because they just in water right now, trying to tread lightly in a division where it kind of helps them out because Tampa Bay's not playing well right now. So things has got to go right for them.
Right.
They just continue. They can get back up on the stair mode, but they're shooting themselves, beating themselves in the foot, like they did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? They was up, had momentum against Cincinnati, and Joe Burrow, had a New Orleans party that he didn't have.
Brought him back.
He didn't have after his national championship at LSU. He wanted to have the after party, and he had that Sunday.
I think most of their woes, they've got some skilled players in there, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not being a Saints hater by any means.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, you're being a Saints hater.
No, I'm not. First
I just
off,
want to Saints hate. I just had to speak on the
first off, y'all hired the wrong coach. I'm not sold on the coach that y'all hired. You had a legend of a coach that left, and it's like they just kind of settled and they figured, well, yeah, you handled the defense, but guess what? He's not as hands-on with the defense as he has been in the past, because he's got to check in over an offensive meeting, special teams meeting. He probably has a hand in personnel decisions now. He ain't just game planning for the team that they're facing during the week. So he's got a whole lot more hats now. I think you guys losing. Was it Gardner, the safety that y'all traded to Philadelphia?
Yes.
He's sorely missed back there. But that can be a ramification of all the money that they've given out. Now it's time to start, paying up.
Ring, ring. Where was Taysom Hill yesterday? Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Where was Zeke at last night? Hey, Zeke got a touchdown last night. Zeke was active. So, that's why the Saints are in the situation they are. They're paying the guy who you don't want to play every game. You're paying him all this big money.
No, I'm gonna say this. No, Coach Lee, like, wow, you got a point. I'm like, man, have you been listening to some of my chats? Because that's what I've been saying. Like, it's like now I'm questioning Sean Payton. Everyone was like, hey, how much they love Sean Payton, but what state did he leave us in? You know what I'm saying? We just accepted. Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He left, if you look at it, he left us with a quarterback with a high, who's not a quarterback that's getting paid a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? It takes him here. He left us with no real quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He left us with a good defense, but no direction, and that's what we're seeing. So is it that the poor decisions of Sean Payton? Oh, of course, it's the poor decision of the organization. But I do agree that, right now the Saints, we're looking very bad. And I think we're in disarray because the quarterbacks, we had to turn to freaking Andy Dalton. That shows you how we have no. You know what I'm saying? The damn red BB gun was our savior. You know what I'm saying? That is the craziest thing. But
I'll be real.
yeah, the Saints were in disarray.
I'll be real. It's crazy that I'm saying this, man, because I'm going to say it. I feel as if the Saints should start Taysom Hill. I feel like they should start him.
Hey, you got to try anything now before the season gets away.
If James is hurt to a point where we haven't heard his name in weeks, Andy Dalton's sticking up the gym for you. Play him full time. Make him.
I want you to zoom in and see my face. You know what I'm saying? I zoomed the camera in to make sure you see my face when you said Taysom Hill. You know what I'm talking about? After all the slack that I got from saying this guy.
They should start him. I mean, give them the opportunity to see if they can get out the funk. Because, like I said, before you came back, they're in the water trying to get up. And their reason is, I feel like, because of the QB position and the wide receiver position. Have somebody who can stretch the field, make big plays from time to time. You got Kamara still, you know. Y'all not falling yet. The division is not really good right now. Tampa Bay is reeling right now. Atlanta is Atlanta. Carolina, we just talked about. So it's not really sunken ship, but it's not 14-3. You know?
You slid that in there.
If you ain't first, you're damn last, man. Like, if you ain't 14-3, I ain't giving a damn, you know. But, you know, and that was my whole thing with last year with starting Taysom Hill, because I knew what we had. I assessed it. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you can tell me a guy with 50 interceptions can do more than throw freaking interceptions. You know what I'm saying? You can't sell me Jameis Winston. And I knew that, okay, hey, Taysom Hill isn't the most tenured quarterback, but he can play. Yeah.
You rather in this NFL league,
we can win games with Taysom. We can't do that, but chew on fingers and eat crab legs with Jameis.
I've seen a lot of QBs win games throwing like 18 passes. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. and just play mistake free. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Taysom can do that. I don't know if he can be, top 5, top 10, top 15, top 20 QB status, but he can do that for you. He's another explosive guy, and you still can utilize him and use him in other positions too, and when you want to. So
let me just throw this out there. I want to take a shot to all these freaking Saints fans. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Saints fan, and before Drew Brees, we never really had no gunslinging quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had the A-Bears and every time, but that never worked out.
Aaron Brooks.
Man, he wasn't a gunslinger. He wanted to be categorized as a gunslinger, but he was the next best thing to Jameis Winston. But, I'm saying, like, we've had, games where we don't have top quarterbacks. The quarterbacks is not our play. It's always been like the running backs. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
That just shows me people's when they became a Saints fan. If you real big on the quarterback position, you really not a Saints fan, because I think what was that? Well, we had Ice Baby. You know what I'm saying? That was for Herbert, Bobby Hebert. You know what I'm saying? We had different catch songs, but we never really had no big. Yeah, we never had no big quarterback name.
Wade Wilson, Jim Everett, Heath Schuler, Kerry Collins, Billy Joe Tolliver, Jeff Blake.
Yeah. we had one for Billy Joe too. We had a song with Billy Joe. But I mean, aside from Archie, we never had a big name quarterback. So it's like, what we looking for is not our team. We need a quarterback that's gonna manage the game and call him Mr. Hump, pass it, here you go, run the damn ball.
Right, because I've always had the dome patrol.
Yes, exactly, and that's what Taysom Hill did. He managed the game and allowed the defense to win the game. That's our thing.
Yep.
That's
heard that, Dallas. That's the secret. Number 23, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Astonishing fact about Jacksonville: they have now lost 14 straight divisional games on the road.
That's retarded. I'm sorry. That's crazy. I'm gonna get up.
It's bad this season. All the teams are not good so far, and you're still not good. And you're still not good. You know what I'm saying? And look at just like the Lions, just a few weeks ago, we was high hopes on young Trevor and all. But yesterday, the typical Jacksonville hiccup, losing the lead, to the Colts. Overall, man, like people said, oh, it was the coach. No, it's the culture there. It's the culture. It's not the coach. It's the culture overall there. It wasn't Urban's fault. People knew about Urban before you got Urban. You know how his career was as an NFL coach. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was not Urban. Wait, Urban is smacking motherfuckers on the ass, man.
Oh, it was not Urban.
Urban out there getting his groove on.
Coaching-wise, they had that. Who was their coach? Was it Del Rio when they went to the AFC Championship?
Mm-hmm. Del Rio. He was the guy that did.
Was it Del Rio or Coughlin? Was it Del Rio or Coughlin?
Was it Coughlin?
It might have been Coughlin.
No, Coughlin runs
New York.
No, he runs the organization. Coughlin runs the organization.
Okay.
So Jack Del Rio was the you know what I'm saying? Like he's a good and still coach. Like he's a guy that understands and he listens and he's not really trying to put himself before the team. Everybody else put himself behind the team, man. And you got like and this is the thing with Jackson, it's a culture thing. It's a culture thing. Urban was just Urban, you know what I'm saying? It was in a bad culture, along with himself doing crazy things. It was not a good mix. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Urban came in there with all this stuff, he didn't have none of these issues, he would have bettered himself. He would have been good. But he was been dealing with demons from the past. Then they come back, he's with the college girl, you know what I'm saying, at the bar. Like, Jacksonville culture sucks. I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence.
So we got number 22.
Number 22. He might be paying attention. Number 22, we got the Denver Broncos coming in at 2-3. And it's crazy because they gave all those draft picks for Russell Wilson and their massive contract extension. And they average 15 points a game.
Instead of just tanking, trying to get a QB of the future, this is what they did.
They thought they can hit it again like they did with Peyton Manning. You got a good enough, you got a good sound defense, bring in your veteran established quarterback, and ride them to the Super Bowl. Don't know about that.
Yeah. And I was the one saying last year, just go get a QB. Go get a QB. And damn, this is what happens when you go get a QB.
That's true.
Not to make you think like Aaron Rodgers should have been the one in Denver and not Aaron.
Yeah, should have pulled the plug on that.
Hey, I'm just happy that the Saints didn't, get Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I know that was a rumor going on.
I think it would have. I honestly, be real. I think he would have been good. Okay, I think it would have been good over there.
Yeah, because they probably there in Denver. He's coming in. He's Russell. He's been.
I'm wondering, like, it's crazy. I think that he would have been right in there. That would have been good for him to cook.
They wouldn't have rolled in the Saints locker room.
All I'm gonna tell you is Bourbon Street. Him and Sierra would have not listen. He could have not come to New Orleans with Sierra. Nah, bro. Russell Wilson would have had to turn into a killer. You know what I'm saying? They would have been on here. They would have been on her.
That's what they need him to be. They need him to be a killer. Because over here, he being Shaman Soft over here in Denver.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Number 21, and I'm enjoying this because there's certain people in the group, boy, I'm tallying, man. And that's the Las Vegas Raiders coming in at 1-4. Now, here's the kicker. First off, y'all definitely hired the wrong coach in Josh McDaniels. Secondly, y'all next 6 games, you got the Texans, the Saints, the Jags, the Colts, the Broncos, and the Seahawks. You got to go at least 4-2 during that time frame, or it's a wrap.
Oh, wow.
They're going to lose to the Texans next week.
Man, if they lose for the Texans, I'm going to have to come live. I'm going to have to come live for you, Dominique. I don't get on live too much, but for you, I'm going to have to.
Uh-oh.
Had to go 4-2. No, people say, they had to go 4-2. But you got to hope for these other teams to play bad too.
That's true.
You know, you got a whole bunch of things that need to happen right now. You know what I'm saying? You start the season 0-2. You're already out of the playoff mathematically. You know what I'm saying? According to stats. So you got a long way to go, Las Vegas, man. Just getting some positive wins, would matter. you should real talk. The Raiders should be 6-0 with this lineup right here.
That's true.
They should not lose. But them being the Raiders, Derek Carr gonna do something for them to lose the game.
I don't know where y'all got these high expectations for them coming from, because I said that in the beginning. I didn't think they were going to do well.
Well, they are the definition of futility. They have not won a division in 20 years. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Well, we got freebasing and piping and smoking. Like, man, you show this a sports show, sure.
This is sports, man.
Number 20. This one breaks my heart because it's my second team. The Indianapolis Colts at 3-2-1. They scored 34 points and barely beat the Jags. Now, I think most of they've been hurt. They're down to the third string running back. Matty Ice has looked like Matty melted. It's looking bad, man. I don't know. And the thing that jumps out is the division that they're playing in is not that good, and they still stinking it up.
You know what's funny to me is, like, I'm watching how the league is not letting these quarterbacks go. Why are they trying to repurpose crap? You know what I'm saying? Like Carson Wentz, Matty Ice. These guys are crap. Why is the league still repurposing? Is it a lack of quarterbacks? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? But yeah,
I think it's still a reluctance to you're seeing the game evolve in high school to the running quarterback or the dual threat quarterback. You're seeing it evolving in college to the dual threat quarterback. I think the closest version that we have of a dual threat quarterback in the NFL right now is Josh Allen, which is ironic because he's a guy that everybody said that the Bills reached when they drafted him. Now he's an MVP candidate.
First shall be last, man. Hey, that's
true.
why you can't count everybody out.
Who you gonna go? These quarterbacks are being reused because who you gonna go get? You ain't gonna go get Cam Newton off the streets. You ain't gonna go Colin Kaepernick off the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna go get none of these guys off the street. So this is why these quarterbacks keep getting recycled, and people keep thinking they can glue quarterbacks in to good teams. Indy is a good team. They gluing QBs into the system. Why? You could have tried to demanded one of these top QBs, like a Russell Wilson or Aaron, or anybody that had difficulties with their teams. But you wanted to go get a guy in Matty Ice who is in the decline of his career. Like,
now,
okay, I don't understand it.
Now, to their defense, I am being a little bit biased. Some people know why, but I don't think they ever recovered from Luck having retired abruptly like he did. They've been scrambling since he left. They tried it with the Wentz experiment. Legend has it, after they lost that game to the Jags that they needed to win to get into the playoffs, that their owner came down and told the coach and the GM he's got to be gone. I don't want him back. So
wow,
that's why we're here with Matt Ryan, and it looked like it's going to be the same. And then I forgot Phillip Rivers was there a couple of years ago.
Phillip Rivers was it? See, Phillip Rivers was not bad.
He was.
Rivers just didn't have left in him to go another season.
I just think he was ready to retire, and he spent most of his time in San Diego.
Fact number 2.
From San Diego to Indianapolis.
Yeah,
and he had great teams. But he's had good teams, and he's never got a championship. So that was the thing. And I think that was one of the reasons that kept him from retiring or just trying to come back for that 1 year that he played for the Colts.
That's true.
I wish Phillip would have had another another season of him where he could have just went out there and competed, man. Because this team was shed for him. He was just a little bit too old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he could have helped Indy, but you know what I'm saying? Him and the way he goes, he got about 12 kids. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get home at some point, man. You can't be Tom Brady and play 40 years. Now Tom Brady's in a divorce, man. You have to keep your wife. You know what I'm saying? Happy wife, happy life. And
Phillip Rivers was a GOAT. I remember, I think during a pandemic, whenever this was, he got his kid. He went and redid a what is this? One of those RVs?
Yep.
And he was commuting back and forth from his job, from wherever he lived at, to the stadium. The guy's a GOAT, man. Like, that is greatness. So that's why, he was able to keep his wife, and Tom Brady is at the brink of a divorce.
Number 19, the Seattle Seahawks at 3-3.
Man, I didn't see this at all.
I didn't see that at all either. And you know what's been driving them? They got 2 rookie cornerbacks. Kobe Bryant has 4 forced fumbles, and Tariq Woolen has 4 interceptions and 2 fumble recoveries. So they're starting to say that this might be a new version of the Legion of Boom.
I mean, it kind of goes like that. Definitely, man. Hey, but Geno Smith didn't cook yesterday.
I was about to say on the other side
Geno
of the ball.
like Geno?
I was waiting for it, man. But
and McDonough.
But no, real talk. These backup quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying, when they're playing and then they don't have no juice on games, shout out to the defense for helping them out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the defense for making plays and doing what they have to do, to help the situation.
Facts. Agreed.
Okay. Number 18, Miami Dolphins. They're at 3-3. Now, their defense has been all downhill since Tua got hurt.
Yes, that's all I just wanted to put out there. So I'm surprised that they're ranked at 18, because to me, they were a top 10, at least top 12, top 15 for damn sure going into the league. And the way they were playing.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tua, man. It makes me, it's crazy to say that the way they're missing Tua, man. Tua, we could have painted Tua in as an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's how valuable
good numbers
at this point is right now to this team. And we look at it. If Tua's career ended today, I was talking to a friend last night. Friend told me Tua shit in his career right now, ASAP, never play again, sue the Miami Dolphins, do all this extra stuff. Now I'm telling him that certain things that he wanted to happen couldn't happen and all this stuff. Tua at the end of the day, as a person, wanted to play football as well. And I'm sorry what happened to himself. But hey, he's valuable. We can say Tua was valuable to a Miami Dolphins team that was undefeated. And if he ended his career today, man, you know what I'm saying? Tua will probably be one of the guys that people talk about forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of what happened to him. The hit wasn't ugly, but the way he ended up caught it off was ugly. And
it's true. Number 17, New England Patriots at 3-3. This is now they just took the Browns to the woodshed yesterday. And guess who they get up this week? Justin Fields. Good looking, man.
They beat some dumb beeps. That's what they beat. They beat some dweebs. They beat the Lions. They beat the Browns. The Browns are the coaching staff are dweebs. The Detroit Lions, their coaching staff are dweebs. Who they beat before that? Mitchell Trubisky?
I think so.
So they beating the teams that they had a chance to beat or should have beaten. So I'm gonna pump the brakes on New England for a bit. Though I see some good play, I'm gonna pump the brakes because they played. When Bill Belichick plays against teams that he know he can beat, he's gonna beat them 90% of the time.
And they've lost to Miami, Baltimore, and the Packers.
Teams that are overly better than them teams. Teams that have smarter players on them teams. Those are the teams they lost to. And that's my thing about the Patriots. They're going to beat the dumb teams.
Number 16, we have the Atlanta Falcons at 3-3. I think that's the first.
Oh, me? Oh, sorry. Yeah. I got nothing nice to say.
The second place Falcons. They're only game up on y'all though. And a half game behind Tampa Bay because of the tiebreaker.
Oh yeah, we about to start doing the dirty bird in Atlanta again. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Falcons, man. You know what I'm saying? Playing good so far in an uncomfortable division. At least they know when it starts boiling up, they have a semi chance to try to win the division. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him, man. Maybe they should make the switch to QB now. You know what I'm saying? So they can stay a little hot.
Hey, they can, because right now I think all of this stuff been going behind that running game they've got.
Yes, that running game.
They beat people up.
The running game. I mentioned the running game when I felt like someone else was downgrading the running game. Shout out to for you know what I'm saying? Shouting out to the running backs, you know, the Atlanta Falcons. Big win yesterday against the 49ers.
Yeah.
Now, the running game is what was mentioned, but it's kind of sad to say that they're third in the NFL right now at 991 yards. But the two teams in front of them that don't really have quarterbacks. That's the Browns and the Bears. So it is what it is, I guess.
They're undefeated. The Falcons are technically, we say the Eagles are undefeated. The Atlanta Falcons are undefeated too.
At 3-3.
They are undefeated against the spread in Vegas.
That night. Number 15, the Tennessee Titans at 3-2.
I don't even know how they got there. Like, yeah, that's surprising. I thought they were going to be worse off than that.
Yeah. But
I don't even know how they got a 2-2 record.
Is King Henry done?
Oh.
You said he's done?
Yeah. He hadn't been his normal self.
No, he had a good game against he had a good game against the Commanders. Wasn't that the last game? They had a bye this week, right?
Yeah, week 5 is the first week of buys.
Yeah, they had a bye this week. No, Derrick Henry, but the reason why they've been in games, he's the man over there. You know what I'm saying?
He's 10th in rushing right now.
Yeah, he's 10th in rushing, but it's kind of funny. I mean, he's getting in the end zone and stuff. It's just overall like the hound and stuff he has to do. Like, this is such a situation. Then you have Tannehill over there. They don't know what the hell they're doing over there offensively. You know, but Mike Vrabel is going to keep that team somewhat stabilized. You know, but the players, my concern.
He's a good coach.
Yeah, he's an excellent coach. I just feel like times have changed, windows are closing, and they just need to revamp that team. They can still be good for years to come. They just need to revamp it fast. You know, they made a mistake in getting rid of A.J. Brown. They didn't want to pay him.
They did. I don't understand that one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, what are you doing now?
The reason why I asked is King Henry done? Right now, he's having the lowest yards per carry in his career at 3.9.
This happens to running backs.
That's because he's the only option, and teams are stacking they're stacking the box against him.
But it's been like that. No, Tannehill don't scare nobody now.
Yeah, it's running too. It's kind of like too. Like I feel like it goes to like when Zeke started to decline, and you know people start saying, "Oh, Zeke's declining." But it's the NFL. You need a second running back. You can't just put that much abuse on a running back for so long. The NFL's not structured like that no more. Get you another running back. And I've been hearing I heard this crazy rumor. Christian McCaffrey, we all know, is on the block.
Right.
One of the destinations could be Tennessee.
You can't take that down in there.
Huh?
No.
Right.
His best bet, and I hate to see it, because if so, man, they might have punched a ticket to the Super Bowl if he ends up in Buffalo.
But the way they can play over there, if they get a McCaffrey, I'm not saying they're gonna get him, but that's one of the destinations that McCaffrey's gonna go to.
Okay. So he don't have to carry the load.
Right. You run that 2-1 with both of them, it's over. It's over.
Number 14 is kind of surprising, coming in at 3-3. The Cheeseheads.
Is that what it need to be?
They've scored 107 points in 6 games. That's 17.8 per game.
Wow.
And this is the fewest in any 6-game stretch for A-Rod.
Yeah,
I was just about to say that.
You don't got that killer receiver. You don't got that receiver that's gonna beat the defense, and get it started. You don't have that.
He
And that's
looks
the problem.
disinterested too. He looks so disgusted. He'll throw a pass, they'll drop something easy. And man, you know, shout out to the Jets, man. They beat him up yesterday.
Oh, and
Yeah.
he took it to him.
Beat him up and the team.
Yeah, they did him. And coming in at number 13 is the New York Jets at 4-2.
Nice.
Good
Nice.
way to take
Done,
it back
sir.
to spot,
Nice.
New York. Good way to take it back to spot, man. Robert Saleh has these guys playing with some intensity. The
Yeah.
Jets are playing with some intensity, and I don't know what type of juice they've been drinking. Are they going to Styles P's Green Juice Restaurant and sipping some of that?
Gangrene.
I don't know, but good play. This overall is playing hard. Like what we said about the Lions, the Jets are actually doing.
Yep. Yep.
Because the thing is, the Jets got identity and they got guys that's unlike Jamal Williams, who talks, you know, he gets on the media, talks about anime and weird shit. You know what I'm saying? They got Sauce Gardner. Did what I told y'all
Hey,
on the fantasy.
that kid there, man. Shut
Got
down
Sauce.
corner.
Big
Shut down
fact. That's what I
corner.
told you. The first pass of the first drive, he picked it off right into the to the end zone. You know what I'm saying? They called it back, but the guy got swag that people can rally behind. That those guys that don't have it, you know what I'm saying? Be like, yeah, that's the guy. Put him in the limelight because guess what? At the end of the game, you know what the guy goes and does? Puts a freaking cheese head on his head, man. I love this guy, man. Like, let's go, man. That was just mad. That was greatness. Like, how can you go against that? That is greatness. So
That's true. That's true. Number 12, the LA Rams at 3-3.
I don't even know how they got that.
You know why? So yesterday, Joe Noteboom got hurt.
That's the
Rob
offensive
Haven-
line, right?
Rob Havenstein is the last healthy starter from the team last year.
Wow.
They're getting old. I said one thing about that Rams team. They're getting older,
Yep.
and their defense is gonna become their offense at one point, and it's looking crazy.
They may not. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
They got a cheat me win against Carolina yesterday, so they didn't have to worry about getting a W yesterday. But long term for them,
Yeah, it's a struggle. It's ugly.
So-
Stafford looks horrible.
looking like Seattle might have a better record than them at the end of the season.
Yep. Number 11 at 4-2, the Dallas Cowboys. Hey, Cooper did his job, man. Hey, you have to admit, a lot of people, it crept in my psyche when Dak went down that first game. It was like, that's it, season over with. But then we started talking about, okay, Cooper, if you can just at least go 500 in the 6 games he's out. But hey, he went what? 4-1.
Good spot to put us in at 11. Good spot to put us in with Dakachusis coming back, you know what I'm saying, to the lineup. And he's going to have to prove that this is not fraudulent what the Cowboys are doing this year. And that you owe us. You owe Cowboy Nation. You better be ready, man. Good spot for the Cowboys being under.
That sounds like a cry for help right there, man.
No cry for help. I said this. No, I said this when Dak first got injured. I said he owes us for what he's done in the last 8 games of last year to the first game of this year, getting hurt. When he comes back, he better be ready. He better be ready to do everything. You know, he's the healthiest guy on the field right now coming back. So
True.
He better be ready.
Hey, the good thing about that is the chemistry that him and Gallup have.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And Gallup's back, and he's had at least 2 games under his belt since his injury.
I think just was the 3rd game back.
Okay.
I think we kind of should be in the top 10 though, because the next team, they should not be in the top 10. You know,
I agree. That's
Tampa
Tampa Bay
at 3-3.
3-3.
You know what I'm saying? They lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday. Steelers had to go back to Mitchell Trubisky because Pickett gets hurt. Tom and him looks crazy. Tom yelling at his offensive line. You never seen that in New England. Never, ever seen that in New England. Is it?
They're going to Olay his ass. They're going to let him get hit.
Is it the Buccaneers? Or is Tom's time slowly coming to an end?
He should have came back. He should have walked off into the sunset. So he came back. He can get beat up this season, and he may be going through divorce court.
Like, Tom Brady feels like he's going to be forgotten or something. Didn't Tom Brady forget that he signed a deal to do something he's never probably done in his life, and that's like be on TV, like talking about football. Like, he got free money.
Free money.
You decided that
big money.
Right. And you decided that you wanted to come back for another football season. Like, dude, what else you have to prove? Like, I said this years ago too, man. He is the reason why teams don't get to develop QBs. This is the reason why the Patriots are gonna probably decide who they're gonna have, Mac Jones or Zappy, like, because of people like Tom Brady, like, not going into the sunset, not giving teams a chance to like prepare other quarterbacks, like, should have left so they could prepare another quarterback. Like,
that's true, and they still not getting another quarterback ready.
Exactly, it's terrible.
You know, too, I'm looking at these next couple of teams. We're going to lump these bad boys together. And I can see, in my opinion, Dallas should be in front of them. I'm not speaking from being a homer. But Cincinnati at 9, Chargers at 8, Ravens at 7.
Yes, definitely.
All teams that have their starting quarterback.
Baltimore has blown 3 leads after being up considerably. The Chargers have major injury concerns. Their quarterback's banged up. And Cincinnati, their offensive line still looks suspect. And I might even slide in here, considering how bad they looked yesterday. San Francisco's number 6 at 3.
See, I'm not even going to see. I was going to do that, but to the fact that I'm still having emotional and withdrawals from last playoffs, I can't. I was not going to add the 49ers in the situation. I was not. But they lost that yesterday, so maybe a little bit, but I couldn't even touch the 49ers situation. I'll be real with you.
Fair enough. The Giants at number 5 at 5-1.
This is the worst number 5 ranked team in my whole history of talking sports. Straight the hell up right now. I don't know what type, like I said, New York, I don't know what type of juice they on right now. But as Unc said earlier, man, inflation and all the extra stuff that comes with it, the reason why these New York teams is so flustered up. Like, the worst part about the Cowboys losing last night was not that they lost to the Eagles. It's that now Giants fans think they have a right to come out and talk and yap. Like, where y'all been at? And
yeah.
Number 5. Woo! I hope they're not reading these rankings right now because they don't need to. They don't need to know where they're ranked right now. They need to continue to play good.
And Saquon is banged up. That shoulder looked kind of dead yesterday.
Yeah, if he's banged up, then that's going to be a couple losses for the Giants. They'll go back to reality in a bit. And that's the thing I'm talking about Saquon, man. Can't stay healthy, man. And no respect to him. He's a great running back and all that. This is what I say about running backs. They are banged up. They get banged up. And my man Zeke will play every game, man.
Talking about the Giants and Barkley. And talk about Barkley. Bump Barkley because fantasy football lives matter.
We mentioned
yesterday, he, instead of running across the end zone, what's up with these damn running backs wanting to stop? I'm like, bro, you run the ball again over the touchdown. Instead, he stops and let the clock run.
He did a Shady McCoy, huh?
Yes, I'm gonna follow him tonight, and I'm gonna bash him on Twitter. Yes, that is the stupidest thing. He need to learn fantasy football lives matter. I needed those damn points.
Number 4, Minnesota Vikings at 5-1. That's legit.
Yeah.
They're not,
especially with their division the way it is. Yeah, easy.
I see them winning the North this year.
Yesterday, man, they can be number 4.
Number 3, Kansas City Chiefs at 4-2.
Yeah, they lost last. They lost to Buffalo.
Lose. And the Bills are number 2 on the list.
Yo, man,
rightfully so.
Real talk. Can we shout out Kirk Cousins, man, in that platinum he had on? Can we shout out Kirk Cousins in that platinum he had on yesterday, man?
So that's really him? Yeah, he had some bling on.
Yes.
Look nice. He was iced out, man.
Looking like my man Josh, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, in the Chiefs, man, Josh Allen finally proved they could beat Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, somebody had to move down, and the Chiefs unfortunately had to because of the loss.
Bree said, yes, Vikings going 5 straight wins when they wear purple.
Yep, y'all better be. Hey, Bree, November 20th, Cowboys about to get in that ass.
Then number 1 is the Philadelphia Eagles. That's no surprise to anybody. They're playing great ball. And the thing that shocked me the most about last night, they had an excellent game plan. They neutralized Michael Parsons. Sometimes they didn't even block him, man.
They had that Cowboys defense shifting and shaping and look like the Cowboys defense are old. And I don't want to go into those old times. I want to go into these present times where our defense looks somewhat legit. Last night, but in all, I'm gonna be real with you. It was just due to the fact that the interceptions and everything else that was going on, it aggravates the defense. You know, it's just not supposed to come out like that because you kind of keep your head. But once one mistake happened and then another mistake happened, how much can the defense go out there and say, well, I mean, keep your head up? Things are going to happen like that. That's what happened last night. The second half, people don't remember. This was 2 halves last night. If Cooper had at least a decent first half, we could have been close in that game. You know what I'm saying?
Too many times last night.
Too many times. This last night. Shout out to the foot, but shout out to the Eagles, though. Because one thing they did do yesterday was second quarter. They played like the Warriors in the NBA. And they have their quarter where they're just going to dominate you and put the game out of reach. And that's what they did in the second quarter yesterday. They put the game out of reach. So even if the Cowboys did put some points up or whatever, and we're down 3, and they still didn't worry about that. They played their game, and they won.
And shout out to them, man. Much I hate to give those ragged-ass fans props, man. They balled last night. I give it
That's
to
what I was waiting to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Two, you sound like a battered housewife, a bittered ex, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah. There was 2 halves of that game yesterday. They did us dirty in the second. They did us dirty. But we still fought. We still competed. Throughout everything we've been going through in the last 5 weeks, we still competed on that field. Those people like not going to be there no more. They played for him. They continue to play for him. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to help Cooper Rush, you know, down the line. Possibly somewhere. Who knows?
So, you know, someone in the group had posted, they were like, yeah, you know, the Cowboys are going to show the Eagles, you know, bring them back to reality. And I was like, bro, you got high expectations. The Cowboys don't even believe that. But so he was the only one that realistically thought that the Cowboys were going to win, I guess. But, you know,
I don't like the matchup.
That was a, you know, like you said, that was a bad matchup. You know, now if Dak would have been in that if Dak Prescott would have been in that situation, it would have given y'all a better chance to win. But putting Cooper Rush against Jalen Hurts, you seen Cooper Rush look like he looked like he was a second string quarterback. But
you know, 3 turnovers last night, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They scored 9 points off those 3 turnovers. They won by 9 points.
Yeah. And you think about it, they had good field position in that first half. Due to the mistakes. Like, people don't look outside the box. They had, and no excuses are needed, but they had their team. That's going to be, if they're projected to win the Super Bowl, projected to be the NFC champs, they had their full team. Yeah, last night. You know what I'm saying? And the Cowboys were there throughout all that. But it's not telling because that second quarter, they bust our ass. 1 quarter, they beat the shit out of us. Sorry, my language, but they did.
So, good segue, too. You're talking about Super Bowl. So, with that being said, who's your weekly early Super Bowl picks?
I'm going Cowboys at 25, plus 2,500. Best pick to have in the market right now. You know what I'm saying? A quarter for a quarter. You know what I'm saying? Keep my Cowboys hopes alive, man. I don't care about any other team up here, man, in terms of betting. Because I ain't going to put my money on none of those teams in the Super Bowl. No.
Man, I don't know if that guy was in that guy water bottle, but I got actual water in mine, you know. So I'm gonna say right now we going the Buffalo Bills against Kansas. City for the AFC champs. But I'm gonna go against for the Super Bowl, Buffalo Bills and the Eagles.
That's who I pick as well.
I'm gonna be real with you right now. AFC Championship will not be Buffalo versus Kansas City. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Who you think it's gonna be? Buffalo against who?
It's gonna be Buffalo probably against the field. Somebody else.
The field.
I think it's gonna be Buffalo against another team.
If it's not them, the next best odds is the Ravens. I damn sure ain't gonna be them.
What, the Ravens?
Right.
Yeah.
In the AFC?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's the next best odds.
Hey.
That's a
We
plus
have
1800.
this horrendous 6-game should win streak that should be coming up. So, if they show some poison that, maybe. But nah, real talk, man. I love the Chiefs Bills games. They're nice, they're good, but nah, hell no, man. I don't want to see that.
Shout out to Brady said the Bills are due.
We seen those games too many times. We want to see something new.
Now, this is cool. Now, you know what? This is a possibility. The Bills versus the Vikings. That's
Bills versus Vikings.
Yeah.
Man, listen, man.
Hey, I
But
definitely
no,
like Buffalo.
I like Kirk
That's my
Cousins.
preseason pick.
I like Kirk Cousins. I'm a Kirk Cousins fan.
You like that? You like that?
I like Kirk. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, damn, Vikings and Bills, damn. Yeah, man. I think I'll be watching another sport on that day. Go ahead, day 4.
Well, you know what? That's an interesting point, and it's a good closing point. Like I say, I had him a petty hat today. I think somebody called me out yesterday and said they're going to do me in, but I got to make sure I show this. 2! I got you, man.
I got screwed, man. It was a good up and down battle, man, throughout the day, man. But shout out to you, man. You got me on my bye week, man. You know what I'm saying? With the rest of the league, be careful, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm starting next week, whoever I play is getting burnt.
I took a giant damn yesterday. Hey, I'm still in the hunt, man. Still in the hunt. But, man, hey, fellas, man. Love the energy tonight, man. It's shout-out time, baby.
Shout out to everybody doing it up down the boroughs. And shout out to everybody that called in and show love tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Give this shout-out. The show was dedicated to my mother tonight, and I hope that she's living well up in heaven. Other than that, man, shout out to you guys in the brand, and hope everybody tunes in tomorrow.
Facts. I definitely give a shout out to Bree, excuse me, Bree, not Bree, but Bree Campano and Numo Spec. That y'all go definitely go check them out at their podcast. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We always looking for opportunities of expansion. We got a network here, so if y'all about partnering up, y'all definitely hit our line. We might reach out to y'all, but yeah, we've been checking y'all out. So let's partner up and let's table some ideas and see what happens there. But definitely give a shout out to everybody that support the brand. Everyone who's looking for a podcast home or a music home, we're getting ready to start doing music service. But we got video editing, we got podcast service, we got photography. So y'all definitely check us out here in Arlington, Texas, STWF Studios. But we appreciate everybody that support us, man. That's all I got.
Hey, Bree said they love to partner up with us. That's what's up. Hey, shout out to you brothers, man. Love the energy tonight. Shout out to everybody that tuned in and hung out with us. Shout out to the group, man. Y'all do y'all thing. Football season, it's like piranhas in the Rio de Janeiro, whatever, or Brazil, whatever it comes up. But man, it's a high-pitched fever that goes on in there. People rep their team. Some people go MIA. Some people stand on it.
Nobody MIA yesterday. It's crazy.
No, everybody took their licks yesterday, man. But make sure y'all here tomorrow at 7:30. Unc's favorite show, the Sports Chatter Show, is on and popping. See what group topics we talking about. See how much smack talking may be going on. But hey, man, again, therapeutic, my therapy for the day. I appreciate y'all hanging out and tuning in with us. With that being said, Be here tomorrow, 7:30 sharp. Y'all have a good night now. Peace.